How to wake up when tired, beat the snooze button blues. Waking up tired sucks, but the good news is after this video, it no longer has to be an option. Implement each tip from this video and you'll be able to predictably wake up with energy and ready to tackle your day. Let's get shit done. Hey guys, I'm Chucky, founder of Club Early Bird, and today I'm gonna show you exactly how to eliminate that tired feeling in the morning, how to make the snooze button a thing of the past and wake up ready to tackle the day. But how? Well, we're gonna train your circadian rhythm. I'm gonna show you how to train your body to wake up early without the struggle. We're gonna walk through 6 elements to do just that. Let's get shit done. First things first, we have to activate and train your circadian rhythm. That might sound like a big fancy word, which I'm sure you've maybe heard of before, but it's actually a very simple thing. It's your body's 24-hour internal clock. Your body's way of knowing when it's time to go to bed and make you tired and when it's time to wake up and get energized. When you have a poor circadian rhythm, your body doesn't have the ability to help you go to sleep and wake up. This realization was huge for me years ago. My body never really had a problem with the sleep part. It knew when bedtime was and started making me tired at just the right time. Head to pillow and I was out. But waking up was a different story. So I started doing lots of research to see if my body could help me easily wake up and not be as tired. Turns out there are multiple ways and we can trigger our circadian rhythm, which makes it much easier to get up early and get shit done. Here are the most important elements. Number 1, consistent wake up time. If you're changing your wake up time often, then it's hard for your body to get a grasp on when it should start ramping up. This was my biggest issue. At the time, I delivered snacks to gas stations, and based on the route I was running, I would determine when I would have to wake up. Short routes, I would sleep in a bit longer. Longer routes, I would wake up early, which was super hard. And then the weekends came. I would usually spend 1 day a week, typically Saturdays, staying awake until the time I usually had to wake up. That was completely detrimental to the health of my body clock, my circadian rhythm. So the first thing I fixed was, number 1, starting all my routes during the work week at the same time. Turns out, it was actually pretty awesome to finish my workday earlier on some days. I had so much more time to work on anything I wanted to get done. The weekend part was a bit tougher. What can I say? I love to party. But I put a limit on it and eventually started getting more consistent on my weekend wake up time as well. So get consistent with your wake up time. During the week, keep the same schedule. And during the weekends, try to keep the same schedule or at least try not to veer too far from it. When you do veer too far from it, that's what creates awful Monday mornings, which we do have a solution for, so stay tuned. All that to say, be consistent with your wake up time. The second thing you can do to trigger your circadian rhythm is to use light to your advantage. A while ago, we realized how much better our sleep was if we blacked out the room. Those subtle light changes during the night actually wake you up. You won't realize why you woke up, but oftentimes that's a major reason. The problem with that is that waking up in the morning is not easy. Waking up in a pitch black room is crazy hard. And our circadian rhythm isn't built to do that. For thousands of years, humans would wake up with the sun. It's actually programmed inside all of us, inside our DNA. So how do we hijack this and use it to our advantage? The best solution we found is a sunrise alarm clock. These are amazing. What they do is mimic a sunrise in your room. About 10 minutes before your alarm goes off, a subtle light will come on. Then over the next 10 minutes leading up to your wake up time, it'll get brighter and brighter and brighter. During this time, you most likely won't wake up, but your body is recognizing this light and your circadian rhythm, your body clock will go to work. And when it's time to wake up, it'll be much, much easier. Plus, your room will be more lit, which helps a ton. No more stubbing your toe on the bed. Now, if you have a partner that wakes up later, then they might not enjoy this, but they just gotta take one for the team. Sorry, Shelby. The third way to activate your circadian rhythm is with heat. Going back to the most optimal sleep routine, we keep it super chilly overnight. This is actually optimal for high quality sleep, around 65 degrees for us, but you can play around and see what works best for you. The issue with this is that waking up to a chilly house doesn't make for a great waking up experience. There's a couple solutions for this. The first solution is that I wake up and instantly pump the heat to 75. Our HVAC dude's jaw literally dropped when I told him I go up and down 10 degrees every single day, but it is what it is. My priority is my circadian rhythm and making sure I'm feeling great at night and waking up ready to get shit done. So that's the first solution, making sure your house is getting warm in the morning. The second is a more expensive solution that I do on top of heating the house. It's my 8-sleep bed. This is a mattress that changes temperatures throughout the night. It keeps us chilly overnight and changes to keep me in REM and deep sleep. But when it's time to wake up, it heats up. So in the 10 minutes leading up to my wake up time, my body is getting warm and the sunrise is coming. Another solution is just simply getting outside. If you live somewhere warm, then this can solve almost all circadian rhythm challenges: getting light, getting warmth from the sun, and getting grounded. When it's warm, this is my absolute favorite thing to do. Even if it's still dark, there's something that just feels great about the fresh air. I'll actually do an entire stretching routine outside as long as it's warm enough. And luckily, in Florida, that's most of the year. Okay, so now what? The fourth thing we want to do is lift the mood with sound, AKA get some music going. If you have some upbeat music you love, the songs you can't help but sing, then put that on. You could also put on certain tones and sounds that will help. There's an app I love called Brain.fm. It uses certain beats that can help energize, focus, or relax. How it works? I don't know, but it's some cool stuff. The best case here is that you put together a playlist. Call it your wake up early, get shit done playlist and stick to it every morning. The reason is this will also help train your body clock. These sounds mean it's go time and your circadian rhythm will recognize that over time. Number 5, no snooze button. Oh man, this is one of the most brutal inventions to human productivity. Many alarm clocks have the biggest and boldest button be the snooze button. So how can you resist it? It's tough, I know, but here's the problem. At this point in the video, we know how essential it is to train your body clock, your circadian rhythm. The problem with the snooze button is that it does the exact opposite. If you always hit the snooze button, you're training your body that the sound of the alarm means 10 more minutes of sleep. Then it goes off and your body starts making you even more tired over and over and over. Unfortunately, there's not an easy fix. The snooze button is like an addictive drug and eliminating the snooze button must be done cold turkey. You'll quit cold turkey and it'll probably suck because when you get up, your body is trying to tell you to go back to bed. Your body is saying, that's not a wake up call, that's a go back to bed for 10 minutes call. But over time, you can retrain your body and it's 100% worth the effort. Eventually, your body will recognize once again that the sound of the alarm means it's time to get the hell up. I used to be the snooze button king, I promise you. I snooze for an hour every single morning for years. And really, I didn't think twice. It was just kind of part of my routine. But eventually, I would have to get up, and by that time, it wasn't even much easier than getting up on the first alarm. Luckily, the next tip is your cheat code to resisting the snooze. How's that for some curiosity? You'll be getting off that snooze button in no time. Before we jump into the final element to activating your circadian rhythm, which is probably the most important, I'd be extremely grateful if you could hit the like button and maybe even subscribe if you like what you see. Also, comment below which of these tips you're currently doing and which you'd like to start doing. All right, number 6, the last piece to fully trigger and activate your circadian rhythm. And it doubles as a way to easily resist the snooze button from day 1, which is actually the reason we created it. The final piece of your circadian rhythm puzzle we need to solve is actually giving your body what it needs to easily wake up early. Your body has lost over a pound of water overnight. You're extremely dehydrated, which doesn't make waking up early easy. This realization got me thinking a while back. How can we solve this? After doing tons of research into this, I discovered a concept called a morning cocktail. This was a glass of water with sea salt for minerals and a slice of lemon that you make before bed and leave on your nightstand. And drink as soon as the alarm goes off to instantly rehydrate your body. This actually helped a bit. One of my first breakthroughs on my morning routine journey. I did this many mornings in a row. While it wasn't a complete game changer, it did have an impact and it got me thinking. Then one morning I drink this saltwater morning cocktail and I go on to the rest of my morning routine and the thought hit me. What if this morning cocktail had everything the body needed, and it tasted great. This led me down a rabbit hole that lasted 2 years. The first thing I had to figure out with the help of my team was, what does the body need? What types of things do we need to easily resist the snooze and spend our mornings ultra productive, without the brain fog, without feeling lethargic? That research led to what we call the 3 secrets to waking up early. Secret number 1, supercharged hydration. Like I said before, we are crazy dehydrated when we wake up, and water helps, but there's some ingredients that supercharge hydration. They're called electrolytes. More specifically, we need potassium, calcium, and sodium. Secret number 2 is clean energy. At the time, I relied on coffee on waking me up to give me a little pep in my step. But it always kind of felt like a coin flip. Will I get the energy benefits, or will I get anxiety, jitters, or any other side effects? I also didn't really enjoy the taste unless I added a ton of sugar to it. But was there an even better solution? Turns out the answer is yes. When you combine natural caffeine rather than caffeine anhydrous, that's in most products, with the amazing aminos L-theanine and L-tyrosine, along with a blend of antioxidants, blueberry powder, broccoli extract, tart cherry extract, and turmeric powder, then you have a powerful combination that gives you clean energy. That feeling of being awake and ready to get stuff done, but without the side effects. And secret number 3, increased motivation. Having energy and hydration is great, but if you don't have the motivation to actually get stuff done, then it's kind of pointless. That research led to question if motivation was something that any ingredients can even provide. Short answer is yes. There are amazing ingredients that have recently been studied to show how they provide increased mood and motivation support. They're called nootropic ingredients. Our favorites are ashwagandha, theobromine, and coffee berry. Coffee berry in particular is an interesting ingredient. It uses the berry part, the shell of coffee fruit, which in the past was always just thrown away as garbage. They just wanted the inside where the caffeine was. Turns out that fruit is incredibly powerful. While it doesn't have the caffeine, it has many other amazing benefits that will help with focus and providing that get shit done mentality. Without getting into too much science, what it does is increase something called your BDNF, brain-derived neurotropic factor. All this research didn't come quickly. It came over 18 months of testing new ingredient combinations every morning. I'd spend my days creating new combinations and then actually blending the ingredients. I'd pass out those tests to family and friends, and every morning we'd score how our mornings went. It was meant to only take a couple months, but ended up dragging on and on and on until it was perfect. And now, the early bird morning cocktail is the weapon of choice for over 50,000 go-getters across the country. And we couldn't be more proud of the community that it's built. If you'd like to learn more about the early bird morning cocktail, you can hit the link below. Right now, you can get a 45 serving tub and get a free early bird cocktail shaker cup, our free ebook, The Early Bird Morning Routine, and we'll get it delivered to you within 3 days. Apply these 6 circadian rhythm elements and watch your morning routine change forever. Till next time, peace. When you wake up in the morning, you're super dehydrated. You lose over a pound of water overnight. This makes it super hard to wake up in the morning.
We've always wanted that ability to easily wake up early and get shit done.
The Early Bird Morning Cocktail is your secret to waking up early and being ultra productive, setting you up for a kick-ass day.